Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning and Assalamu alaikum, teachers. Once again, I am in front of you with another very important topic regarding the classroom management and setting its rules. It is the topic from Teachers Development Program, and in continuity we are going, and now today we are going to discuss this very important topic, setting classroom management rules. A school, once you are hearing about a school, ultimately there comes in the mind that a class, and class is a center of attraction. Now different things coming in our mind. One is the managed class, disciplined class, and a messy class. Every time you cannot get 100% disciplined and required class. You have to change it according to you, because as we discussed earlier in the previous video, that a school is a place where you are going to meet with the students of different community, different backgrounds. So everybody is brought up is in different perspective. So once they all are meeting together in one of the class, then they are talking and they are moving according to their situation which they have handled. The thing coming in my mind that you being a teacher might have observed different types of classes. So you would be knowing how to getting control of a very difficult class. To manage any of the class, you have to set some specific rules that are very, very important on part of a teacher. Now, rules doesn't mean that you have to write the pages or you have to write the paragraphs. No. Rules should be very simple, precise, easily understandable, and that can be easily with the approach of the child. You have to keep the number to a minimum level. Ideally, the number should not exceed from 5. It should be 4 and 5. Then keep the wording simple. As I said earlier, the simple language is easily understandable by the students. Don't use difficult language. Don't use the slang language. Another important thing, keep the expectations less, because you are expecting from the students, nor the students are expecting from you. So your expectation level should be minimum. टीचर ने बच्चे के लेवल पे जाना है, बच्चे ने टीचर के लेवल पे नहीं आना. Keep the wording positive. Yes, very important thing I must say to the teachers. Every time I used to tell to my teachers, you have to be positive, because once you will be positive, the response will be positive from the students. If you will be negative, then you should not be there to blame or to complain about the child that the child behavior was negative. Avoid using the word like do not go outside or don't do this, don't do that. Rather, you can say we should speak in quiet voices rather than we do not shout. The things positive comes out of positive. Make rules specific and precise. As I said earlier, the sentence should be comprised of 3 to 4 words, and it should be very simple. Now, how a teacher can be very important regarding the arrangement of the class, regarding the set rules. अभी set rules का मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप एवरी टाइम आपने एक चार्ट पेपर पे रूल्स बनाए, आपने वॉल पे उसको पोस्ट किया, एंड देन यू आर एवरी टाइम सेइंग टू द स्टूडेंट्स लुक एट द पॉइंट्स विच आई हैव मेंशन्ड, डोंट डू दिस थिंग्स. नो, जब आप पॉइंट्स बच्चों से किसी उस पे लाते हैं, डिसिप्लिन पे बच्चों को आप लेके आते हैं, देन योर एटीट्यूड, योर बिहेवियर is basically the first important thing जो कि बच्चा observe करता है और उसी के मुताबिक बच्चा उन rules के accordingly चलता है. Today I am going to share few very simple rules of classroom management. Number one is you have to treat the student with respect. हम बचपन से सुनते आए हैं give respect and get respect. आप respect बच्चे को देंगे, you will get the respect. Now, one very simple example I want to give, that you have to take the name of the child or call the child with proper full names. Sometimes we are also calling the student, once we heard the child is having some nickname, the teacher is calling with the nickname. No, the respect starts from here. Once you are going to call your student with a proper full name, then you will not criticize the child in public. This is very, very bad on the part of a teacher. You have to criticize, but in private. See yourself, once your head is calling you, your principal is calling you, and if in front of 10 or 20 people, he or she is insulting you or saying you some harsh word, definitely you will feel bad. I will feel bad if my heads will say something wrong in front of everybody. So, the same self-respect a child is having. Then you have to call the child in private, you have to tell him what is his mistake and you want to change him, you want to make him a role model for the other students. Don't ever embarrass him in front of the other students. Then you have to maintain a sense of humor. Laughter is important. The teacher should not be a dummy. With a rigid face, she entered in the class, she threw her lecture and she went away. No. You have to be coming in a very proper and pleasant way, greet your students, talk to your students, and there should be a little humor, so that your class should not be the dull and boring class. Your class should be a perfect class. Then you remember that you should recognize the student's bad mood, because once you are entering, once you are handling your class, a proper or professional teacher, I must say, she will be able to judge a child by his or her face. A teacher is a proper face reader too. Once she will read the face, she will understand the child is not feeling well, he is dismood, or there could be some reason. Then in private she can call the student, she can talk to him, and then she can handle that matter, if any matter is. And you have to also tell them once you are in bad mood. Bad mood, sometimes the disruption in the class by different types of students are there. Some are very naughty, but your bad mood should not be in the form of roaring and shouting. Your bad mood you should have the techniques, because a teacher can have 1000 techniques with her to manage, to handle the students of every kind, I must say. And you should not yell. You should never yell to your students. And you should not allow the students to talk during the lecture is going on. But the positive and related to the lectures, the things that your student can ask, you should give them very friendly and conducive environment that they can easily ask any of the answer which they want to ask from you, or any of the question. Then you should take care of the problems yourself without sending to the principal, because in class there are minor problems going on. Sometimes teacher वो मुझे मार रहा है, teacher वो मुझे तंग कर रहा है, teacher उसने मुझे ये कहा. These kinds of sentences you would be hearing all day long in different classes. But it is not the thing that every time you are holding the child's hand and you are taking to the principal. No. Then for what you are? A teacher has to handle at her level first, and if anything beyond her level, something very serious, then you have to move to your principal. And the most important thing is, you will not make no judgment about you based on your prior actions. You have to observe properly, you have to see actually the child has done, and then you have to do something. I hope these classroom management rules are very clear to you. If you will stick to these rules, or there are so many rules so on, you can make those rules by yourself, because a teacher is a better judge in his or her own class. And according to that rules, you can manage your class in a very good way. Thank you very much. Subscribe our channel, The Country School Pakistan, for watching more informative videos regarding the teachers training. Allah Hafiz.